All right. Welcome to day number 10, officially 10 days in a row of making these videos and of playing chess. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed last video if you watched it. Shout out to those who did. Yeah, so you know the drill by now. We're going to go ahead and get started with the daily puzzle, and then we're going to play a few games. We're going to try and keep it under an hour, so however many games we can get in before an hour. So today's daily puzzle is called Krykor's Birthday King Hunt. Looks like an interesting one. Looks like it's going to be a lot of attacks on the king. So there are a few things that jump out to me at the start. It always is about checks and captures. So I see captures here, but the check, but they have takes. So I don't think I need to go too much further into this line, but I may come back to it. But I think there are a few other checks that look really nice. Um, So yeah, let's start by calculating one of these. This one gets our knight out of any danger, but it allows him to come here, which then kind of puts us in a difficult position to really. I mean, I guess we have to check him back, but then he goes right back. So I'm not sure that's the best move. Plus, the benefit of here first is that you can only block, but it's protected. So I think that's probably the right move. Um, and then we're going to see some other like interesting ideas come about, probably like that. So okay, so let's start by calculating this one first. This one to me looks the most appealing, for the reasons that I said. Is that with this one he just goes back here, and then if we really want to keep the pressure on, we have to go here. If not, we've kind of lost any advantage we have, because he's going to be able to start like pressuring us, and we can't like move there actually right away, because now with this king here, it's an attacker that we have. So I think we need to take advantage of this extra space. So yeah, I don't think that's the right move. I think the right move is here. So we play here and go here or here or here. Any of those moves work, kind of. But if he decides not to take us, then I think it's going to be checkmate in a few. After we play queen here, protected by this pawn, if he's here, he would only have one move to move there, and then here is checkmate. And same for this square. He can only, if he goes here after we move our rook to g1, he can only take after we move our queen here, because this whole file is blocked off, and now all these squares. And so he'll only, on with this king on h3, he'll only have the one move to take. And then after queen to g4, it's just game over. Um, so his only real move is to take, and that's probably his best move. But my guess is that then we have this move. He can't take because he's pinned. Also, it's protected by this rook and another pawn. So from here, he can go to any of these three squares, but I believe after this move for these two squares, g4 and h3, we see the same mate with the queen on g2 after he moves. Or actually, I guess that is just going to be mate no matter what. I think so, yeah. And sorry, he couldn't even move to this square to begin with. Okay, so let's start over. So we have rook moves to g1, king takes on h4. Then we have pawn to g5, can't take, and even if he could, we'd have this one, and it would still be kind of an interesting, but he can't because it's pinned. So he can move here or here. If he moves to this square, we have queen to g6, checkmate. And if he moves to this square, we have queen to f5, and that should be checkmate. So yeah, kind of an interesting puzzle. They say that they're supposed to get harder like through the week, but this one didn't feel too hard. I felt like some of the other ones were a bit more difficult, but either way, we solved it first try, so that's nice. All right, so let's get into our games. Forget where I left off. I think it was around 1340. I've been playing a bit and bumped up to around 1368. So we are climbing. It's slow, but as long as we're climbing, that's what matters. So we're starting with our usual King's Indian. Looks like he's playing the actual proper variation. I'll maybe get a bit more into this when we play with white, but I'm actually looking to kind of switch up my white openings. The issue with this is it's a bit annoying because we can't kick our knight out here anymore, but I think we can go here, and well, I guess we can't play there. But after we go here, takes, there's actually no need to move out because we don't have another pawn like here or anything defending like a pawn. So I think we can just play here, and there's no other attackers, so we'll be fine. So he goes for locking the position early. I think we can play, I think the idea will then be to play this and move out here. But let's play knight to d7 first, give him a chance to kind of choose on what pieces he wants to develop. If he wants to play in castle queenside, I don't know if I really want to go full on and blowing out the whole pawn structure on this side. But I want to be prepared if he does decide. So, I, um, I think a5 is okay. And if he pushes, then I'll just lock. And if he takes, then I take with the rook. Controlling these squares, there's no threat behind it yet. So that's kind of nice. So he takes, like I said, we'll just take with the rook. c6 may also be an option here at some point. Okay, so now we see that he's probably going to castle kingside. I'm going to get this knight out of the way. I like this a bit better, and also this is a good square, and he can never be kicked from the square anymore, which was the benefit also of pushing pawn, pushing p. It's a really appealing square, but I don't really have anything to target it yet. He's not made any threats. I don't really know. I think he just didn't want us taking that bishop. Probably wasn't going to anyway. We could take this pawn here, actually. Maybe that's what we should do. Well, no, not yet, because it's still guarded. Could do that. No, we definitely could not do that because we're going to get taken. Don't think that's the right move either. I don't really like that. I think we can just go knight here, keep our structure pretty good, prepare for this move at some point. My guess is okay. I thought we would see a castle, to be honest with you. That's fine. Not too worried about this. I can play this move too. I'm really kind of just delaying this because I don't want to commit to this move just yet until he's castled. That's at least my idea behind it. This is kind of a good in-between move, strengthening this. Obviously, after a move like that, we're going to have to make a response. But okay, so he's castled. I think now we can play this move. We'll take that way, and we're fine. And if he doesn't, then we close off the position. I was going to say there's even like this idea if you didn't see it, but it seems like you did. I think I want to play this move first. I don't want to like open the structure up all the way either. For like any attacks like this coming in. We don't have to worry about it too much, but because he decided to take, now we're looking a little bit kind of, I don't know, maybe a bit weak with the light squares. I think we're allowed to push this, and if he takes, I take with the rook. Taking with queen also looks kind of appealing. Okay, now I think taking or making this threat with the tempo is okay. And then I need to start looking about how I can get my rook involved. It's kind of a weird move, but I like this to get my queen a bit more active, and also to put a threat on the knight, who's a little bit of a pain in our behind at the moment. I'm almost wondering if we could just push. I don't think so. I don't know. No, I think we would just be losing a pawn at the end of all this. So let's not. This is an appealing idea, though, for sure. I'm going to play this move first. He has this, but we'll take, and that's okay too. Idea is I want to start getting my rook out, maybe. No, I think I like just taking back like this. I mean, we're opening this file to future attacks, but I think we should be all right. I think I'm going to play this move first and kind of. I mean, he can't take back like that because we'll take with the queen. As long as we can kind of hold on. He's just tearing open our center, isn't he? And he's a rook up now. Gotta be careful here. Can't really even play that yet, can I? Just try and get this and then try and open up his pieces. This is going to be a really annoying pin. And after, but he can also take like this and we can't do anything about it. I'm going to go ahead and get out of this pin for that exact reason because I really want to play this move and I want to be able to move to that square. And I may drop this back to h8. So that if he takes like that, we can take and we'll be ultimately winning a rook for the bishop and be pretty much even in material. I think we botched this one, you guys. It's just too much pressure here. I'm going to have to look at the game review to see what we did wrong. Um, Obviously, I can't take. I can add another defender, but we'll be losing the queen first. And so that's just lost. I need to make some sort of counterplay, and I really wish I could have like my queen already here. But I can't. I could look at here, but then he just takes like this, and I'm kind of screwed. I think I need to play here. But my issue is like if he takes with this queen, then I don't have anything, unfortunately. But I think that's our best move. And like maybe we'll trade queens and he'll be up a rook and a bishop and then we'll just be losing that game. But if he makes a mistake and like tries to threaten our queen first, we're going here. That move is okay for us. We don't have a problem with that. I mean, we do have a problem with it. We're still probably losing, but I don't know. I feel like there's some hope with that. Or actually, we could even look at takes first, and then if he takes back, oh, we couldn't because we're going to be under threat. So let's see. I think this is okay. I was going to say that's the move I'm worried most about. I think I'm going to play here. I don't think I can take there because then he just takes here, and after there he goes here. I think I have to move my queen here. I'm expecting this next, and then I move back. And then after he takes with his queen, we're just kind of like, I don't know, we're just kind of screwed, honestly. Um, I'm debating now if I should just go here. I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna try and double and see if anything can happen. I think that's our best move. If he makes a mistake, like he can even take that way though. Is he's just winning. I'll go here. Put a little threat on that. Yeah, I'm gonna say he has too many moves that are just completely winning. Um, I don't really know, you guys. I don't have anything. Just kind of want to wait till some more pieces are traded off to resign because you never know. Blunders do still happen. Like if he gets the move order wrong or something, like we could be up maybe, but I don't see really a world in which like this can happen. So a bit unfortunate, but it was an interesting game nonetheless. So I'm gonna have to go back and look at this game review because I do think that probably made a mistake somewhere. Maybe like allowing this rook in, it kind of caused havoc. Also, maybe we shouldn't have pushed in that position because we didn't have like the knight to jump in on e7. It's the knight that usually comes from having the move um, to c6 and then to e7. And then after we push the f pawn to f5, taking here, we didn't have that knight in this game, so maybe that made a difference. Not entirely sure. Should go here. Let's just checkmate. But he wants to play it safe. I don't blame him. I would too. It's always good to play it safe when you're winning. Although I do think sometimes you play it too safe and like forget to be aggressive. Can happen to me. But yeah, all he has to do is check, check, or that too. All right, let's see the game review. He played 94.8% accuracy. That's crazy accurate. He had a good game. Let's start the review. See book moves. These are all book moves. Didn't like that. It wanted us to play the knight out first. So that's good though. Now that was a slight inaccuracy. This was the best to challenge that. So that's good to remember. Taking back was fine. Wait, it says we didn't even have to take back. We could threaten, kind of make this threat here to take first, and then they have to play bishop to g5 is the best for them, which is actually kind of interesting. Um, because, well, I guess it's not really under that much of a threat, but now we're pinning this. And after it wants h6, e3, and then we finally take back. So I don't know, and it gives us a slight advantage in this position. But we're still, even takes here. We still have a 0.1 advantage. I mean, whatever. I'm no one at my level is going to do anything with that. I don't think. But yeah, so we'll just continue on. So these were all excellent, the best moves, good moves. None of these were really any mistakes. They're all good. This is a slight inaccuracy moving back. I liked it because I wanted to get my knight onto here, but it definitely did not like this. It wants a8, so just dropping back actually is best. It's not. I don't know if that's a supernatural move. I don't really think it's that natural. It also likes rook to f7, which is kind of a theme in the King's Indian. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Okay, so this was our big mistake. Yeah, just because it kind of gave away the piece for free. After it moved, I just completely missed that this was under attack. I wasn't looking at this side of the board. All my attention was over here. So yeah, kind of a lesson, to learn when a piece moves. What is it like? If it has something behind it, just mentally note it. Because yeah, that's how we lost the rook, and then I think that's kind of how we fell apart. Um, yeah, we just had the one blunder. None of our moves were incredibly bad, but that move broke the whole game. So kind of interesting to see that review. I don't know. Can't be too frustrated with that. I don't think. I don't think we played too bad. We just missed the one attack. Yep. I've seen this too many times. I know y'all's tricks. Not worried about it. So yeah, like I said with white, I'm gonna start playing the Stonewall attack. It's a bit more aggressive. I'm getting a little bit bored with the Catalan lines. It's very positional play, and then maybe you have a slight advantage in the mid game. But I'm gonna start learning the Stonewall attack. There's some resources. It's not a super popular or a super main line, which is kind of neat because I think that will, I don't know, allow us to kind of. I think that gives us a slight advantage, to be honest with you, just because like it's not something that many people study. So yeah, we'll see what happens with learning that. I'm not comfortable enough to play it yet, which is why I'm not um, playing it currently. A little bit annoying that he's taking away our good bishop, but partly on us for. Actually, we may be able to get out of this one. Gonna be losing this piece with the check. Is it worth it? Probably. Honestly, probably. This is a really strong bishop. I'd rather keep that and just eat that check. I'm not worried about losing this bishop. Honestly, his position looks a lot better than ours right now. He just has all like our two center bonds. We don't really have much in return. I don't know if taking there was best. It's fine though for us if it's not the best. Yeah, and this rook isn't on an ideal square. I'm gonna move it out a second. Try and get some stuff on these squares. Usually in the Catalan, you kind of play on T and the C files on your rooks. Is the idea is where you want to plant them eventually. I don't know if E is a little bit better in this scenario. I think we're going to be kind of attacking on the queen side for our attacks. There's also like some moves like just moving my king back here, but I don't think that's necessary right now. I think I need to be aware of it in the future, but right now I don't think it's very necessary. Part of me just wants to go ahead and double my rooks on this open file. I mean, we're not really making any threats, but I can't really see any that he has either at the moment. So, yeah, I think that's fine. Now we'll see how he reacts. My guess is he's going to place one of his rooks on this file. We probably don't want to trade rooks. Where I mean, he's up. These two pawns are the advantages that he has. I think we'll be able to get at least one back, but yeah, we'll see. But yeah, no, my issue with the Catalan is just like the whole idea is just kind of grinding it to maybe win a pawn at some point. And if you do win a pawn, then you just go into an end game a pawn up. I think it's probably a very good opening, but for the level that I play, it's just a bit boring. Um, and also too, like I want something that because at a lower level at the 1300 range, I don't think a lot of people know or take the time to study theory. So like you can study all the lines that you want, but you get them. I don't know. Like I don't know how often you would actually get them. I guess is my point. You don't get them that often. Is what I'm trying to say. Um, so yeah, where does our queen want to go? Don't really want to put her here because now I don't know. If he decided to open that though, I think that would be a mistake because I think that would be a back rank mate. It would be. Let's just see what he does. If he makes that, then we're gonna. Yeah, okay. Hmm. I mean, it's not a big deal. I just don't really want to give him this attacking our queen again. But I guess then we could just go here. And of course, we always have any in between moves. Like at any point, if we take it's with a check. Part of me really wants to go here. I think if he didn't have that, it would look like a blunder. Um, and then we would just be able to back rank mate him. But I don't. I mean, yeah, with his bishop on that square, it's a little bit too complicated. Like it won't work. Um, so I don't know. Maybe our new plan is to try and find a way to remove the bishop. We could also, I mean, if he just attacks us, we just go here, attacking his knight. He's gonna have to move, and then we win a pawn. But I don't really want to go a pawn down into the endgame yet either, because after we trade all this off, it's just gonna be kind of an in-game situation, and I don't really want to do that yet. I'm gonna go back, and if he, no, that wouldn't work. If you ever, Alright, I'm not gonna lie, this guy's kind of getting on my nerves, moving his little knight around all over the place. Yeah, no. So one thing I want to think about is if there's any way to trap his knight. I mean, this could work, and if he takes again, then we can just take back. But I don't think that's good for us. We can't play on this diagonal really. We have to move our queen. Um, Overall, just being a nuisance. This is a fork though, so I think I have to at least take once. Trading twice just because I don't really see how else I can. Now this is going to be kind of nice because we're going to get our queen in and like kind of clean up on some of these. We're going to go here and then maybe here. But like not there right away. Probably go here first. Um, just gotta make sure I'm not missing something. Moving that queen was definitely a mistake. I mean, if I take, he takes, but then I have checkmate. Does he have anything? I mean, he can go here, here. I don't think he has any sort of mating threats. I think we can just take here, and he can't ignore this. He can't ignore that threat. Let's see. We need to keep our advantage. Kind of want to go here, here. We're going to be losing the knight. So we can't do that right away. We can go ahead and play this check if we want. And he moves here. And then like maybe we move our knight out here. I think that's a fine plan. Just attack the queen, starting to work on bringing our knight kind of over to a position that's going to help us a little bit more. Could also take here. But I think attacking the queen's a little bit better. We'll look to play this move. I wouldn't be surprised if I see a check here. Oh, actually, yeah. It's almost a pin too. Yeah, we played that one wrong. Just can't even take anymore because it's double defended. Sorry, that was blocked at the moment. It's not going anywhere. Okay, well now we can take. And then we're going to have this move and then this move after he blocks. Going to try and make it a little bit difficult for him. But he could almost even, if he moves his queen, my guess is he's going to take. Kind of double threat. Okay, he doesn't. He's wanting to go there. This doesn't really stop it, but after here, here, He can go there. Let's checkmate. How do I stop that? I think I have to play this move, and after he goes here, can I really not stop this? Maybe I play that move is the idea that we're about to get kind of thrown around for sure. And that sucks. I don't really see any way to stop it right away. I think that's like gonna be our best move. We'll just play one, because if not, we're just getting mated after we have to go back, and then this way at least he's gonna have to figure out. But like that's not even hard move to find. We're just gonna have to throw in this check at some point, and see what happens. It's gonna get real messy here, and we only have a minute. So even if he does, even if we manage to convert something, we're gonna have to really play like really strong. Trying to think if it matters where I go. I think I'll go here and just protect this guy. I mean, he can win it back easily. But as soon as he does, he's taking without a check. Is the idea. Okay, he's gonna go knight here. Maybe. No. All right, this game. Enough of that. Let's see what happened. We had 3 blunders there. 71.9% accuracy. They had 81. I don't feel like we played that bad, but apparently we did. Um, a few mistakes here. Wants me to take with the pawn. I don't like that. I don't like taking with the pawn. I guess it's just because of this fork. Um, but yeah, that just allowed them too good of a position to really pass up. Um, doubling was good. That was a mistake. We had a free pawn here, I guess. Um, yeah. Yeah, maybe I should have just taken that. I didn't want to trade off the queens, though. Thought we were going to really kind of. And apparently, this is a big blunder on their mistake. After we have x on takes to e7, the queen, which we played, they have h5 or h6. That's fine. E8 check is best. H7 is good. And this was what lost us the advantage because of that. Of course, I should have double checked that. I saw it almost as soon as I played it that now he has this move. Um, Queen to c6 would have been good. I'm also almost wondering if this would have been okay. I guess not, because then he could have taken this way. Oh yeah, because he still has the knight protecting it. So yeah, I don't know. I was trying to think of some way to pin his queen, but yeah, just that's the one, not the one mistake, but that's the one big blunder that just cost us kind of everything. In this move, we just wanted c6, dropping back, defending this. Then we could have like looked at playing this move. It's defended, or even a check with the queen or something. But yeah, fortunately, that was kind of our undoing. It looks like, because after that, okay, this was what went from equal to losing was taking here. We just ignored this threat. Makes h4 a little better, but it's, I mean, both ways just losing. Instead of this move, we should have thought about c6, just attacking, bring our knight in, or our bishop in at some point. But yeah, couple mistakes, couple blunders. Lost us that game, unfortunately. All right, we're 0-2. Not very good. Not very good at all. Let's start with. You guys have seen this quite a few times. Don't think like he can't actually keep on to holding that. It's protected. Actually, not worried if he wants to trade that off too. Can obviously kick us at any time. Then I think we can just go here. Definitely don't want to give up protection of this at the moment. Probably going to challenge on the open file next. Don't think that really does anything. If it does, I'm missing it, or I don't know. Just I'm not really worried about that move. He probably won't trade. He probably shouldn't trade. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any. Usually, when you castle opposite, you just start the pawn storm. I think I'm going to start a little bit disciplined and start with this, and then look at these moves next. And we start the race to see who will get to the other person's side first. I think it will be me. Even if he takes there, I'll just take back, and now I have a discovered attack on his bishop, so that's good for us too. And if he pushes, I just drop back, and we keep the structure closed. So yeah, not too worried about any of that. Going to be winning a pawn here. Honestly, that's a pretty good square for our bishop. Nothing can, I mean, not nothing, but he's going to have a difficult time taking it off of this square with the current setup. Although there's always that. I feel like I had this in a similar game before. Okay, I think if we move this, I don't think he has very much. Unfortunately, he's going to be winning his pawn back. But yeah, it's kind of now or never. So let's look at a few ways to reroute the knight. We could go here. Because what I'm saying is that with these protected, it's going to be kind of closed off. Um, no, but not here, because after he takes, we're going to have to move um, our rook. I think here is fine. I think here is fine and probably best. Just trying to see if I see any tactics. Like, we know he wants to move here. Is there anywhere I can move to block it so that he can move there, and then after I like can take something with the discovered attack? Like, I mean, I could go here, for example. Maybe I do that. I think I'm going to play a little bit of a preemptive move and play here, just so that we're not losing this piece. And I'll bring this rook to d8. Again, if he plays here, I'm going here, and that does nothing. Oh, I miscalculated. I saw one step closer. Crap. Well, we'll win this, I guess. This is also going to be a weak square. If he goes here and then takes, we'll have this, which is a fork. Actually, no, because it's protected. Yeah, I think we should go here, here, check, takes. Okay, so now that he's moved out, we need to play this here. And then I can play a move like here, here, and that's fine. We'll be getting enough activity. Take outwards. I don't want to open up that. And now look at our rook is exposed. But anyway, our rook is going here next. It has to, especially if we're trying to play like this move next. Don't see any moves that he has that are immediate threats. I mean, yeah, he's probably can win a pawn. He can threaten us this way, but it's the idea. If he takes, move order is important. We go here, and then either he moves and we move. Yeah, unfortunately, this game's been a lot of just trying to defend our bishop that we got trapped in there. It was kind of a mistake to play this. I think we've been playing pretty accurately, but obviously, like, he's controlling. Okay, so yeah, he just gave us a free piece. I think. Is it checkmate if not? Is that checkmate? That would be checkmate. So we cannot take that piece. Till we either have an escape square. This isn't bad, actually. I feel like that's probably pretty freaking annoying for him. And it gives us this escape square, so now we can take. Oh wait, no, sorry, that's not an escape square. It's still under threat by the knight. So we're gonna have to move here or move up first before we do anything. Yeah, still can't. I think we'll go here. I don't know. I don't like giving him discovered. I know he can take, but we can always just push up. Oh. All right, sorry about that. Someone was calling. Okay. Good news is, I guess, that we have a passed pawn. It's going to be a pain for him to kind of get to. But I mean, he has two really good bishops, so it's not going to be that hard either. But we'll try and cause as much disturbance as possible. Not make it easy for him, at least. It's the best we can do. Trying to think. I mean, he just has this. If we could have played that move, it would have been good. It might have been better to have played that, but it wouldn't have mattered. Oh, interesting. I think that's maybe a mistake. Probably not. He can probably reroute his knight very quickly to get it. I mean, he just wants to capture. But I'm just going to keep going up here, trying to get a king over there. This knight, I mean, this bishop is as good as gone, to be honest with you. But our hope relies on these two pieces. He can't take yet. So we're just going to keep marching up the board. He's giving us a little bit of kind of this counterplay, so we'll take as much as we can get. We definitely need it. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. There's no real way to stop any of it. I mean, I don't think he'll be able to checkmate us with the knight and the bishop. So if we can get the rest of the pieces off, then we can draw this. But we are 100% playing for a draw at this point. But I do not think we will get it. But I'm going to try my best to not make it easy for him. I don't think it should be too easy for him. I think it's going to be a pain, honestly. Nah, he got it. Guess it wasn't that hard. I think he just needs to go here. Now we can go there. Honestly, might hit the 50 move rule with this one. You just go here, I go there. He could have pushed earlier and then just here. It's probably checkmate, actually. All right. Okay, 0-3. Horrible day. But hey, as long as we're learning from our mistakes. I don't know. These games are kind of crazy. I don't feel like I'm even playing them that poorly, but apparently I am. Draw book moves. So that's the best move. Great, whatever. Where did we mess up? This is a mistake. We should have taken the rook. Okay, yeah, that was our big mess up, right? Because now he could trap us. Should have taken that. It really wants us to take the pawn. It actually prefers opening up the H file, which to me feels weird. It's crazy. Computer says we have mate in 20. Don't think anyone's finding that. If he would have taken, he would have had force mate, I guess. Is that, and then he has H1, and we only have this move, and then he has takes, and now we have this move, and then it's knight to E6 check. We have two moves. Says G8's the stronger of the two. Then we have takes, check. Now we have, I'm going to play this move. I think it leads to a quicker mate, actually, because now they have G7, and we can't take if we play here, and then that's checkmate. And they have C5. Oh, sorry. Whoa, that's a brutal checkmate, actually. But anyway, that was a missed one on their part. They're still just completely winning because we're trapped, basically. It's a mistake. This was a blunder. Wants us to take here, here, here. We have D8 check. We have to take. They take. And it says we're kind of equal. I guess just with this pawn so far advanced. It says they're up a pawn, but it gives us a fairly equal rating, which is kind of surprising. But we didn't find it. Kind of a hard move to find. We had a little bit of ideas here, but obviously not enough. And yeah, I can't really. Oh, that's just whatever. All right. For the sake of keeping it under an hour, I'll end the video here. Although this kind of is a downer. These last 3 days, actually, we haven't been playing too well. Been playing decently off camera, honestly. But yeah, a bit disappointing. Hope you guys aren't too disappointed. But stay tuned. I think this is like when I start going through this weekend and looking over some of the lines that I want to learn for the white pieces. Should make the videos a bit more interesting as they're going to be a bit more aggressive. We don't have to grind too much position. So yeah, hopefully you guys still could take away some key ideas, and hopefully you enjoyed. Have a good weekend.